Miss Ann Soberano from Bombo Radio. Ann?
Okay. Sa naging revelation po ni former Congressman Salvi po, how does the House leadership respond to him sa kanyang claims that certain high-ranking members, particularly former Speaker Martin Romualdez, involved in corruption?
Well, hindi mo pwedeng bunutin yung isang sinabi niya and separate it from everything else he said, no? Kasi sabi din niya, wala daw siyang kinikita dyan sa mga inaareglo niyang mga insertions na siguro naman hindi ka panipaniwala, no? Kung titignan mo yung mga dates na sinasabi niya, hindi naman tugma dun sa mga developments na sinasabi din niya. So sa tingin ko, if you look at the overall statements of Mr. Ko, parang nabunot na lang sa kung saan-saan. And syempre, babanggitin niya yung mga taong nababanggit na rin, especially those that he feels will lead to greater credibility for himself, no? Porket matagal nang nababanggit si Speaker Romualdez, unahin niya yan, no? Kasi parang iniisip niya siguro mas maniniwala sa kanya yung tao kung sakyan niya yung paniniwala nila. But alam mo, well, everybody knows naman that he worked very closely with Speaker Romualdez, para yung mga sinasabi niya ngayon na sinabihan siya na pababaril siya, na sinabihan siya ganito, ganyan. Parang ako, personally, hindi ako naniniwala. Kasi hindi ganun ang relasyon ng dalawa sa tingin ko. Dahil they, obviously, even if they did not agree in the later stages of last year until this year, matagal sila nagsama at wala namang ganyan sigurong relasyon. So, for him to accuse anybody at this point in time, I think is very presumptuous. Kasi siya na nga yung pinaka-guilty dito. Di ba? Siya yung nagtatago, hindi yung iba. Siya yung umiiwas ng mga tanong, hindi yung iba. So ituturo niya ngayon yung marami nang na-testify sa different investigative agencies. Siya ayaw niya magpatanong, magmi-mystery post siya ng mga ganyan. Sa tingin ko, we have to take all of this with a grain of salt. He's not credible, period.
Sir, do you think may behind sa kanya?
Well, behind sa kanya, maraming kwentong ganyan. Wala naman kaming sigurong specifically alam pa dyan. But, well, that's not really, I think, the issue right now. Ang issue ngayon talaga is itong mga kwento niya. Dapat, he should be tested on the veracity of all of these things. Kasi, puro invento. Sa tingin ko, puro invento yan. And, titignan mo yung baba, meron siyang palabas na litrato, yung kotse na nakalagay doon, yung plaka, L ang umpisa, Davao yun. Di ba? Naghatid siya ng pera sa Davao. Tapos yung mga maleta, meron nagsabi sa social media rin na may mga yung parang sales tag, price tag, na ang sabi nila, hindi ko alam kung totoo, kauumpisa lang ng SME pagbilian. So, some people are saying na binili lang yung mga maleta para kunan ng litrato, nagkamali sila, nasama yung kotse na galing Davao. So, there are so many factual issues in what he has been saying and posting. Siguro kaysa kami magpaliwanag bakit mali yan, ipaliwanag niya bakit totoo yan, di ba? It's not for us to disprove his crazy stories. Dapat siguro patunayan niya, show some evidence and some, di ba? More proof so that people will listen to him seriously. Diba?
And to add rin, sana po umuwi siya and mag-swear ng oath and, provide all the facts ng kanyang mga allegations din para tama yung proseso natin. Yun lang, para in-add ko lang po.
And as it is right now, yung statement niya kasi, it's purely hearsay. It's not sworn. And there's no way also to find out or authenticate the video. Importante yon sa ebidensya na merong independent body to check the veracity and authenticity of the video. So, walang sworn statement, walang authenticity. At the same time, when you come up with a statement like that, you have to be cross-examined. And all of these are absent. So, meaning to say, no probative value as of now. Ito ay isang haka-haka lamang. So, kung gusto niyang patunayan yan, kailangan umuwi siya kasi maraming inconsistencies sa kanyang mga statements. As mentioned earlier, na wala siyang kinita, binigay niya lang. Well, medyo siya yung unang na-charge. So, if he wants to prove himself, katulad ng sinabi ni Speaker Boji, kailangan umuwi siya at patunayan niya lahat ng sinasabi niya. Kasi, as Speaker Boji earlier position is really accountability and transparency. And the only way we can find out the truth, umuwi siya at harapin yung mga akusasyon sa kanya.
Well, in addition to that, no, I think you have to also go back with the timeline. I mean, if he's really is that sincere in coming out with the truth, why didn't he go out the moment that all of these things came about? No, I think the only time that he came out with that statement, outlandish it may seem, if you ask me, is when everybody who was appearing in the Senate pointed at him as the most guilty one. So I think it's how convenient for him to point out someone who is higher than him. I think he appeals to the ordinary logic of every Filipino that who actually is more superior to him. I think the speaker and the president. So naturally, that would be a convenient excuse for him to appear as the least guilty. So I think tama nga po yung sinabi ni DSD at saka si Di Manong Ronnie na for him to establish his credibility, you cannot just expect the people to believe you, come out on social media, on Facebook with all of these outlandish allegations and expect everyone will just toe in line and believe you. I mean, the only way for you to build the credibility is to allow your allegations be tested, the validity of it be tested by, by cross-examination. And sinabi nga nila, bumalik siya, umuwi siya with this, and mag-swear in siya, affidavit, and so that he can be open also to cross-examination. No, I think the public deserves that. If he really is one with the public in fretting out the truth, the longer he stays abroad, that would only mean one thing. Like he's creating this scenario wherein he would appear as the least guilty, regardless whether the country would fall in disarray, which is, to me, sabi nga ni Manong Ronnie, would only benefit, I guess, no? Kaya nga nagkakaroon nga ng haka-haka ngayon, sino bang magbe-benefit dito with all of these allegations? So it's not, I think it's not far-fetched also for the people to form their own opinion regarding this, this Saldico coming out at a very convenient time for a certain groups to benefit from all of this stress.
Congressman Dalo, you want to add before I ask the next?
Sa amin, sa Norte, I'm from the North, tinignan nyo naman yung listahan ng sinasabing insertion daw ni Presidente. Ang pinagtataka ko lang, kung si Presidente yun, sana sa amin ang karamihan ng insertion. Kahit tingnan niyo po yung listahan, halos wala po sa amin eh. Halos wala po eh. Taga-Norte naman si Presidente, sana kami ang mas nakakarami doon. Kung talagang insertion yun ni Presidente. Kaya kung minsan, parang sa amin na taga-Norte, it's quite unbelievable na mag-i-insert si Presidente tapos hindi kami ang magbe-benefit na taga-North. Kasi taga-North naman talaga siya. Kung titingnan mo naman, yung almost 90% ng panalo ni Presidente from the North. Yun nga eh. Parang may insertion pero wala namang benefisyong mga taga-Norte. Kaya I think you doon pa lang, hindi ka na maniniwala doon na talagang insertion yun ni Presidente. Yung sinasabi pong 100 million. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next question.